and welcome to Bonnie's Life, your go-to channel for navigating the exciting and sometimes crazy world of crypto. It's Friday, December 26th, 2025, and we're here to break down this week's market action and give you some food for thought for the weekend. So, grab your coffee and let's dive in. What a week it has been. The crypto market has been on a roller coaster as usual. The global crypto market cap is hovering around the $3 trillion mark, showing a slight recovery of about 1.2% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is currently trading in the $87,000 to $89,000 range, while Ethereum is trying to hold its ground between $2,900 and $3,000. It's a mixed bag out there, with some signs of life, but also some lingering fears. We've seen some interesting moves from big players and a whole lot of options expiry drama, which we'll get into shortly. Monday kicked off the week with a bit of a hangover from the previous weekend slump. We saw continued pressure on prices, with Bitcoin struggling to stay above the $85,000 support level. The main story of the day was the increasing chatter about the massive options expiry scheduled for Friday. Traders were already getting nervous, and you could feel the tension building in the market. It was a day of cautious observation, with many traders waiting to see how the week would unfold before making any big moves. Tuesday brought a little more optimism into the market. We saw a slight bounce in prices, with Bitcoin climbing back towards the $88,000 mark. The news cycle was dominated by BlackRock's massive $200 million move of Bitcoin and Ethereum to Coinbase on Christmas Eve. The big question on everyone's mind was, is this a sign of a major portfolio rebalancing, or are they preparing to sell? The market seemed to take it as a positive sign, or at least not a negative one, as we saw a modest rally throughout the day. Wednesday was a different story. The midweek blues hit the crypto market hard, with prices taking a dip. Bitcoin slipped back below $87,000, and Ethereum followed suit. The main driver of this downturn was the news of significant tax loss selling. As we approach the end of the year, many investors are choosing to sell off their losing positions to offset their tax liabilities. This created a lot of selling pressure, not just in the crypto market, but in the broader stock market as well. It was a stark reminder that even in the decentralized world of crypto, we are still very much connected to the traditional financial system. Thursday was a day of consolidation. The market seemed to be catching its breath after the midweek dip. Prices remained relatively stable, with Bitcoin trading in a tight range. The focus shifted back to the impending options expiry. The sheer size of the expiry, a whopping $27 billion across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major altcoins, had everyone on edge. The put-to-call ratio was also a hot topic of discussion, with a significant number of put options creating fear of a potential market crash. It was the calm before the storm. And that brings us to today, Friday, December 26th. The big day has finally arrived. The $27 billion options expiry on Deribit is the main event, and it's causing a lot of volatility. We're seeing prices swing as traders and market makers adjust their positions. The good news is that the 3-to-1 call to put imbalance for the 268,000 Bitcoin contracts suggests a bullish sentiment among options traders. However, the sheer volume of expiring contracts is enough to make anyone nervous. It's a day to be cautious and to keep a close eye on the charts. Now, let's talk about what to look out for this weekend. From a technical analysis perspective, the key levels to watch for Bitcoin are the $90,000 resistance and the $85,000 support. A break above $90,000 could signal a bullish continuation, while a drop below $85,000 could lead to further downside. For Ethereum, the $3,000 level is the key resistance to watch. If it can break through that, we could see a nice rally. On the downside, the $2,900 level is the immediate support. From a fundamental analysis perspective, the main trigger for this weekend will be the aftermath of the options expiry. We'll be watching to see how the market digests this massive event. We'll also be keeping an eye on the news for any major announcements from regulators or institutional players. The crypto events calendar is also worth checking for any upcoming protocol updates or major announcements from projects. Remember, the crypto market never sleeps. so it's important to stay informed. That's all for this week's crypto market review. I hope you found this information helpful. Remember to do your own research and to trade responsibly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest crypto news and analysis. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next episode of Pony's Life.